Yeah, waiter, can I have a menu? Welcome back everybody, Matt and I'm back here, hope you're doing well. So I got to go see the movie The Menu, starring Anya Taylor-Joy, Nicholas Hoult, Ray Fiennes, and John Leguizamo, along with other actors as well. I've been wanting to see this movie, like I said, when I did my movies I'm looking forward to in November. This is my second most anticipated movie for the month of November. And let me tell you something, it did not disappoint one iota. This movie is fantastic. This is a great movie. This is a great cast, a great cinematography, great script, sharp, dark, and this is also a dark comedy. So let's get into it. Starting out with the positives, Anya Taylor-Joy. She is our main female character in this movie. She is our POV into this world. She is not a she's not a foodie. She got invited to this by her boyfriend, who got an invitation, and he can bring a +1. So he brings Anya Taylor-Joy's character, and she is fantastic. She brings the smarts, the wit, a little dark humor, sarcasm. Once again, Anya Taylor-Joy continues for me to be one of the best young actresses working today. You go all the way back to The Witch, Split, The Queen's Gambit on Netflix, Thoroughbreds, what else? Emma, even the New Mutants, she was the best part of that. Even this year in The Northman, this actress continues and continues to bring us great performances. And once again, in The Menu, she once again gets to show a lot of range and bring that wit, humor, dry humor at times, and just be a complete and utter captivating presence on screen. Next is Ray Fiennes. I mean, this is one of the best actors working today. You go all the way back to Schindler's List, The English Patient. One of my favorites is Red Dragon. And then, of course, Voldemort in the Harry Potter films. And even playing the new M in the recent Bond movies. There is something about Ray Fiennes that as soon as he shows up on screen, he brings this presence that you immediately, you're drawn to. And then also something that makes him even more, in this movie he's almost like, he is dark and he's a little bit of a antagonist, and that's what makes him so great. He never raises his voice. His dialogue and the way he comes across in his lines of dialogue is so subtle. But also having this undercurrent of, nope, you know what, I am the scariest person in this room, that I don't even have to raise my voice. And yeah, we've seen that in, like I said, Red Dragon, even Voldemort. He just brings this subtle presence, this captivating, commanding presence, but also this subtle way of delivering his lines that is scary. And he has, once again, in this character, he plays the chef of this restaurant he owns, or he's the main cook at, and he has dry humor throughout the movie, dark humor throughout the movie, a little bit of wit in the movie, but also at times he can be, like I said, commanding, in your face, right? Don't mess with me, and I will bring you down, quick and easy. And he's just fantastic in this movie. Also, Nicholas Hoult, who plays the kind of a boyfriend that Anya Taylor-Joy. He is, what I love about Nicholas Hoult gets a lot of the laughs. He's just his line delivery and his, like, he's so out there and unfazed about everything that is going on. He's so obsessed with the food that he's eating. Like, something major and really bad could be happening. And he's just like, oh, this taco is amazing. To die for. Oh my god, you gotta try it. And while like some horrible stuff is going on. And he's just so obsessed with the chef. And he wants to look, perfect for the chef. And it doesn't matter anything else. But he also comes across as an asshole and a dick so much throughout the movie. And like I said, I really like Nicholas Hoult because he's another one of those character actors. He's a lot of times not the main star. You go to like Warm Bodies, you go to like the X-Men films. He's more of a character actor. But he pulls it off so well, especially in this movie. Also, we got John Leguizamo in this movie. In this movie, he plays an actor who gets invited to come to this, island and try this food of this famous chef. And even he has some good moments. He's another character actor. You never see John Leguizamo as the lead in a movie. But as a character actor, he's excellent. Once again. One thing I really noticed in this film is the B-roll footage. Like, between scenes, like major scenes, they have, like, cut in between with scenery shots, or shots of people cooking, or the food. And something about it, something kind of drew me in. I, like, really paying attention. Like, there's a shot of the beach, and the sand, and you just see a shell, like, on the surface of the sand, and then it sinks down. And I don't know why, but something like that was captivating. And I was just so enamored by the way they cut, almost their own way of transitioning between one scene to another, rather than actually like having a dissolve effect, or fade in, or fade out black, or fade in white, or, some special effect, something. They use this B-roll footage and kind of transition from one scene to the next. And it really captivated me. And I started paying attention to while I was watching it. The palette is another one. The movie uses a lot of dark blues and grays and black. And other than white for like the chef's and the cook's uniform, the color palette, like I said, is a lot of muted blues, dark muted blues and grays and blacks. Other than for Anya Taylor-Joy, who wears like a purple night dress, and her red hair really stands out. And since she is our POV, our protagonist in this movie, I thought that was an interesting color choice for the backgrounds for the other actors, and then just having her be really the only one like has this color to her, which is fascinating. Because it almost gives you like that. There is a sense in this movie that we don't really know who she is. Like she's tagging along with Nicholas Hoult, but apparently there is more to her than at first is being led on to the audience. And with her wearing this purple dress and this red hair, once again it gives you like that mystery, like who is this mystery girl? Why is she so different from everyone else in her wardrobe, if you will? Now I thought the color choices were very unique and very, like that for this dark comedy that it is, the color with the muted and darker colors, it fit with the tone and the atmosphere that is being presented to us on the screen. Then we get into the dark and dry humor. This is a dark comedy. There's a lot of dark humor in this movie. But there's also dry humor in a lot of the dialogue, whether it's Ray Fiennes, whether it's Anya Taylor-Joy's dialogue. You'll laugh. Even in the darker moments, you're gonna laugh. It's funny. There's a lot of great kind of moments and one-liners that even, like in Ray Fiennes and Anya Taylor-Joy gives. The dark and dry humor throughout the movie, like each course that they serve before they do, they have like a title card come up that says what they're at the food, and then it has like a little message underneath. And most of the messages are hilarious and funny. So that's where you get like that dark humor to it. And like I said, it worked. It really, really worked for this movie. Also, I like the mystery aspect. All these people are going to this island, like I said, to try this really famous chef's food. And you as an audience member, are like, okay, what is the connection here? What is the connection throughout this? Like, all these people, are they all connected in one way? We have in one we have a really, almost like a fan, that's like Nicholas Hoult. John Leguizamo is like an actor, or used to be a really famous actor. Then you have like a critic who wrote a critique on the chef. Then we have this really older couple, very rich couple. Then we have these like three almost frat boys who have been doing some, I guess, scandalous stuff in their company. So you're like, where do all these people fit? And how are they all connected? So I did kind of like that mystery part, like, almost like I would want to say almost like a Knives Out, since we're getting the new Knives Out movie next week. And usually almost like that mystery, like, are they all connected? Are they not all connected? Is this one big game? Did they specifically choose these people to come to this island and try this food for a reason? So I like that aspect of the movie. But the editing and pacing, I think this movie is like an hour and 45 minutes. And the pacing is great. Like in the editing, I love how most of this movie is medium close-ups to close-up shots. Sometimes it can make you feel uncomfortable. That's where, like I said, the darker elements of this movie come into place. And then, like I said, with the editing, with the B-roll footage being the transition to one course to the next, or from one main scene to the next main scene in the movie. Rather than pacing is only an hour and 45-minute movie, this movie moved at a great pace. I never felt bored or like wanted, this scene is really dragging. They need to pick up the pace. It was a perfect runtime for the film. The script is by Seth Rice and Will Tracy. Yeah, Will Tracy. I don't know much about their work, but as a script, sharp dialogue, I like the humor, like the dark humor, perfect, sharp dialogue, and I love the theme that they were going with, obsession, and quantity over quality. And that everyone thinks they're a critic, I thought those were interesting themes throughout this film. I think the quantity over quality in this day and age, we think quantity, the more you do, the more. But then you keep putting stuff out. And that was the interesting thing about this movie, that we go from one course to the next course, to the next course, to the next course. And we never really had that moment to really savor and really sink in with the food. How is the food? It's just one course after another. And then, well, what about the quality of the food? Yeah, you're pumping it out. But just like in the real world, it's like quantity, quantity, quantity. But we forget about the quality, quality, quality. And we think now that everyone is a critic. Now with social media and Instagram, and you can do your own podcast. And we think we all know it all, you know. And I thought that was a very interesting theme in this movie. You know, like, oh, you people all have your opinions, but, and you guys think, like, one character thinks, oh yeah, I'm a cook. And then they actually test him out. And he's like, oh no, you don't know how to cook. We're shit. You're criticizing me and critiquing me on my cooking. Well, you don't know how to cook at all either. So, and then the director, Mark Millar, I've never seen it. This is actually his first feature film. He's directed episodes of Game of Thrones, Shameless, Succession. So he's done some good work on HBO. So for his first feature, I would say he did an excellent job. And like I said, I really don't have any negatives with this movie. I think this is really one of the best movies I've seen this year. I would actually give this movie a 5 out of 5. Like between the acting, Anya Joy, Nicholas Hoult, Ray Fiennes, cinematography with the color palette. Also, most of this movie is set in one location. They have like the dining area and the kitchen right off of it. And like that, about 85% of this movie is in one location. And it uses that entire location great, perfectly. I think the directing by Mark Millar is excellent. The script, sharp, dark, wit, has a lot of interesting, great themes. So, like I said, I would give this movie a 5 out of 5. If I had to give the menu for performance-wise, presentation, 5 out of 5 for me. Matt the Mayor. Let me know, did you see the menu? Are you going to go see the menu during the Thanksgiving holiday? You should. I think it's one of the best movies out right now, and one of the best movies out this year so far. And guess what? We're almost near the end of the year. So, this is probably going to end up on one of my top 5 films of the year. So go check out the menu in theaters now.